Habakkuk chapters 1 to 3. Chapter 1. First burden of Habakkuk. 1. The burden which Habakkuk the prophet did see. 2. O Lord, how long shall I cry, and you will not hear? Even cry out unto you of violence, and you will not save. 3. Why do you show me iniquity, and cause me to behold trouble? For plundering and violence are before me, and there are those that raise up strife and contention. 4. Therefore the law is slacked, and justice does never go forth, for the wicked does surround the righteous, therefore perverse judgment proceeds. First response of God. 5. Behold you among the nations, and regard, and wonder and be astonished, for I will work a work in your days, which you will not believe, though it be told you. 6. 4. Lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the earth, to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs. 7. They are terrible and dreadful, their judgment and their dignity shall proceed from themselves. 8. Their horses also are swifter than the leopards, and are more fierce than the evening wolves, and their horsemen press proudly on, their horsemen shall come from afar, they shall fly as the eagle that hastens to eat. 9. They shall all come for violence, their faces are set like the east wind, and they shall gather captives as the sand. 10. And they shall scoff at the kings, and the princes shall be a scorn unto them, they shall deride every stronghold, for they shall heap up earth, and take it. 11. Then shall his mind change, and he shall transgress, and offend, ascribing this his power unto his God. Second burden of Habakkuk. 12. Are you not from everlasting, O Lord my God, my Holy One? We shall not die. O Lord, you have ordained them for judgment, and, O mighty God, you have established them for correction. 13. You are of purer eyes than to behold evil, and cannot look on iniquity. Why do you look upon them that deal treacherously, and hold your tongue when the wicked devours the man that is more righteous than he? 14. And make men like the fish of the sea, like the creeping things, that have no ruler over them. 15. They take up all of them with the hook, they catch them in their net, and gather them in their dragnet, therefore they rejoice and are glad. 16. Therefore they sacrifice unto their net, and burn incense unto their dragnet, because by them their portion is luxurious, and their food plentiful. 17. Shall they therefore empty their net, and continually slay the nations without mercy? Chapter 2. 1. I will stand upon my watch, and set myself upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Second response of God. 2. And the Lord answered me, and said, Write the vision, and make it plain upon tables, so he may run that reads it. 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, and not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not delay. 4. Behold, his soul which is proud is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. 5. Yea also, because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, neither keeps at home, who enlarges his desire as Sheol, and as is death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathers unto him all nations, and heaps unto him all people. 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increases that which is not his? How long? And to him that loads himself with many pledges. 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that are your creditors, and awake that shall oppress you, and you shall be for booty unto them? 8. Because you have plundered many nations, all the remnant of the people shall plunder you, because of bloodshed, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell in it. 9. Woe to him that covets an evil gain for his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of ruin. 10. You have plotted shame to your house by cutting off many peoples, and have sinned against your soul. 11. For the stone shall cry out from the wall, and the beam from the timber shall answer it. 12. Woe to him that builds a town with blood, and establishes a city by iniquity. 13. Behold, is it not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor to feed the fire, and the people shall weary themselves in vain? 14. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. 15 Woe unto him that gives his neighbor drink, that presses your wineskin to him, and makes him drunk also, that you may look on his nakedness. 16 You are filled with shame instead of glory, drink you also, and let your shame be exposed. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned against you, and utter shame shall be upon your glory. 17 For the violence done to Lebanon shall cover you, and the plunder of beasts, which made them afraid, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, and of the city, and of all that dwell in it. 18 What profits the graven image that its maker has shaped it, the molten image, and a teacher of lies, that the maker of his work trusts in it, to make dumb idols? 19 Woe unto him that says to the wood, Awake, to the dumb stone, Arise, it shall teach. Behold, it is overlaid with gold and silver, and there is no breath at all in it. 20 But the Lord is in his holy temple, let all the earth keep silence before him. Chapter 3. Prayer of Habakkuk. 1a Prayer of Habakkuk the prophet on Shigionoth. 2 O Lord, I have heard your speech, and was afraid. O Lord, revive your work in the midst of the years, in the midst of the years make it known, in wrath remember mercy. Glory of God. 3 God came from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran. Selah. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. 4 And his brightness was as the light, he had rays flashing out of his hand, and there was his power hidden. Power of God. 5 Before him went the pestilence, and burning fever went forth at his feet. 6 He stood, and measured the earth, he beheld, and drove asunder the nations, and the everlasting mountains were scattered, the perpetual hills did bow, his ways are everlasting. 7 I saw the tents of Cushan in affliction, and the curtains of the land of Midian did tremble. 8 Was the Lord displeased against the rivers? Was your anger against the rivers? Was your wrath against the sea, that you did ride upon your horses and your chariots of salvation? 9 Your bow was made quite ready, according to the oaths over your arrows. Selah. You did divide the earth with rivers. 10 The mountains saw you, and they trembled, the overflowing of the water passed by, the deep uttered its voice, and lifted up its hands on high. 11 The sun and moon stood still in their habitation, at the light of your arrows they went, and at the shining of your glittering spear. 12 You did march through the land in indignation, you did trample the nations in anger. 13 You went forth for the salvation of your people, even for salvation with your anointed, you wounded the head out of the house of the wicked, by laying bare from the foundation to the neck. Selah. 14 You did thrust through with his own arrows the head of his villages, they came out as a whirlwind to scatter me, their rejoicing was like devouring the poor secretly. 15 You did walk through the sea with your horses, through the heap of great waters. Habakkuk trusts in God. 16 When I heard, my body trembled, my lips quivered at the voice, rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he comes up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops. 17 Although the fig tree shall not blossom, neither shall fruit be on the vines, the labor of the olive shall fail, and the fields shall yield no food, the flock shall be cut off from the fold, and there shall be no herd in the stalls. 18 Yet I will rejoice in the Lord, I will joy in the God of my salvation. 19 The Lord God is my strength, and he will make my feet like deer's feet, and he will make me walk upon my high places. To the chief singer on my stringed instruments.